Hello, I'm getting into composing music, there, play covers and everything like that, and originals. I wanted to talk about Suno because Suno AI music because I've been using it a lot. I really love the tool, and I wanted to clarify some things, some misconceptions about people that use Suno AI. The number one thing being is we're not trying to rip off people. I don't have any intention of putting up Suno, like selling my CDs of my Suno music or putting it on any streaming platforms to make money off of it. This channel is not monetized, if you haven't noticed. I don't monetize Suno music. I don't have any plans on doing it. Even the stuff, now get this, even the stuff that I have uh, composed and composed the music. I wrote the lyrics, and I used Suno for the arrangement and the the demonstration of the recording of the song. And I if I publish it on Suno, it won't longer really my intellectual property. Now I'm kind of hoping down the line maybe some lawsuit happens and they say, hey, anybody that actually wrote their own stuff should get credit for writing it. But that stuff, I'm going to stop doing that because I don't want to, eventually I might get good at writing songs and actually have a hit song or something like that, hopefully. And I don't want to not get any of the royalties for the song. So I'm just using it to demonstrate my lyrics. It's helping me finish my lyrics. It's helping me complete my lyrics. It's making them more interesting. I've always kind of like waited around until I found a band. I've been waiting around to find a band to write for, and I almost got there. I was in a band. They liked my input, but the drummer right now his toe is messed up, and so it's all on a delay. But at any rate, I have all these kind of lyrics songs I started, but I never finished them, and I wanted to finish them someday, but I never found a band. So I just said, well, just see if I can use Suno as a band to help me write the songs and finish them. So I started putting lyrics up there, and I was just blown away by the results. I could get it most of the time. I could get it to kind of do what I was trying to do, or even better. Sometimes it outdid what I was expecting out of the song. It's like, wow, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. And But the thing is, I realized that there are session players that there's musicians that that recorded, put their blood, sweat, and tears into recording, and then the Suno's extracting their licks and their sound and everything, the producer and all that stuff, and other songwriters and other singers and everything, and it's extracting all that and creating something new out of that. Now, I got one thing to say right now, just popped in my head about that. Isn't that what we've been doing all along? Like when the Beatles wrote "Come Together," didn't they kind of copy Chuck Berry? Uh, haven't we been doing this the whole time? Doesn't Steely Dan do that? They copy people. It's nothing new. The only difference is it's just going to make it so that some prompt monkey, one of the titles of one of my songs is called Prompt Monkey, monkey. It is some guy that's musically illiterate can click a button and then Suno just generates this song, and then it could be a hit song, and then it was like stole all the attention. Like all this Suno music is online, and it's all this AI music is online, and nobody can sell records anymore. Well, first of all, I got to give you a little bit of a wake up call. You can't make money anyway, very much selling music anyway. So if you don't play live, I don't know how you can even survive as a musician unless you're already kind of hooked up with, uh, songwriting. People know you already as a songwriter. But for new songwriters, it's almost hopeless. I don't know of anybody that's interested in lyrics. I don't see ads looking for a lyricist. They should be. Maybe they don't realize the value of it. I noticed that a lot of people are putting out music and the song is crap as far as lyrics go. It's just it's not have a chorus, doesn't have distinct chorus, not structured correctly, kind of runs on and on. But no, the stuff that just people pushing a button on that aren't musicians already or people that are good songwriters or people that have the mental capacity to write something good. That's going to be crap for a while. Okay, now maybe in a couple of years, 3 4 years, it'll just be out of blue come up with great songs. But as far as like writing lyrics, it's really corny. I've tried writing using Suno to write lyrics just to see what it would sound like. Because sometimes I experiment with different sounds, and like combining different styles. I'm very experimental. You'll see on my page on my Suno, it's a Harmono 6. Um, you'll see that it's a mishmash of all kinds of different ideas, experimental stuff, spoken word. It just the sky's the limit. I'm just in a creative bonanza right now. But I've also got serious songwriting. I've got country songs. I've got alt country. I've got all different styles, trucker type stuff. I got all kinds of different things going on. It's really weird. But anyway, enough about my music. But what I was trying to say was that if you're a musician, first of all, don't be closed minded. Don't be a dummy. Okay, it's a tool that could revolutionize your songwriting. If you got lyrics written or even music, you can upload your music into it. So you got a rough demo of you just playing guitar and singing. You can upload that into Suno, and then it'll make a full arrangement of that. That doesn't mean you have to click the publish button. You can still use that as a track or backing track for your vocals. There's so many uses I can't even. This would be an hour-long video, I think. I mean, I'd have to do tutorials. I might eventually do that, but it's it's so much you can do with it. So if you got lyrics, you can have it create music for your lyrics, and so you can just say, hey, this is a lyric demo. This is a demo of my lyrics. But people don't get it yet. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a while before people really understand it. And that's why I communicate. So if you hear my music, if I say lyrics by me, that means the music is by Suno, and I just kind of manipulate. I mean, there's some work that goes into it. You have to sit there and listen to sometimes hours of music, just listening to your song over and over in different versions of it. So it's not exactly a cakewalk. Some of those songs actually took quite a bit of work to put together. Also, I had to edit the lyrics and re-edit the lyrics and get the lyrics to work, all kinds of tricks and stuff to get it to work. So it's not exactly a cakewalk. It's not just some dummy pushing a button saying make some music. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is engineering the music. And another thing is, this is not an overnight thing for me. Having computers help me compose music is not an overnight thing for me. I've been doing it since about 1998. That's a long time. How many decades is that? I've been doing it on and off since then. I've been using all kinds of tools to help compose. Band in the Box, Audio Mulch, Tangent 1.0, another software called Gingerbread. All these things are like, some of these things are unknown. They're obscure, and people are asking me about it. I'm going to try to revive that software and get people to use it because it's pretty cool software. It was all MIDI. So then when I went to record my stuff, I would use a software synthesizer, or I would use an external synthesizer and record the output of what was a Roland JV1010 synthesizer module, and then I'd record that. And so I have some recordings on SoundCloud, but they're not even really any good, really. I mean, I can enjoy them, but I don't expect anybody else to really like it. I don't know why I like my own music. Some people hate their own music. I don't know why they do that. I love my music, and so I put it all up there, and got some pretty good response from SoundCloud, but not really a lot. Uh, so my intention never was to. It's all about live performance for me. I want to make a demo of my music so that other potential band members uh, can hear my music, and then we learn how to play it. We start performing it. We record it, and we just give credit where credit's due. Suno created the music. I can't really copyright these songs. I can't really publish them because I submitted them. I think I clicked on something in Suno that says they own the music or something like that. And I didn't really care because all I wanted to do was just show off, hey, I can write lyrics, you guys. I'm into writing lyrics. I'm into writing songs. Isn't that cool? Look how creative I am. You should be have me in your band. I'm a pretty good bass player already. I can sing okay. I can play keyboards. I can play guitar. I can mix. I can do all this technical stuff. I'm a computer guy. I know all this stuff. So why is it, that all I am is just a dumb bass player? I'm not. I'm a lot more than that. People are going to discover this pretty soon. So, so I have songs that I've written the words for, the music for, and even like part of the arrangement for, and some are instrumental. Lyrics, and I've had Suno write the music for it. But like I said, it's not a cakewalk. You have to kind of know how to finagle, and I've years of experience of finagling and tinkering with artificial intelligence composing when it used to be called generative or computer assisted or algorithmic music. There are different scenarios. Tangent was based on a thing called pseudo random, and you can create some really good Frank Zappa type of stuff on it, and then the gingerbread, you can do a lot with that. I did some excuse me, I did some dance music. I can do kind of some interesting rhythms like Latin rhythms and stuff with it. And then that was a long time ago. And then band in a box, you just do standard type of music, like basic country, basic jazz, basic rock, and band in a box. You just tell it what the chords are. So you're really involved in the process of writing with band in a box. Although it does kind of, I think it did automatically write the melody, and so that gave me some kind of a template for how to write the words. So I uploaded a song I recorded from band in the box. Then I put that in Suno, and then Suno created a song. So I basically wrote the song. I mean, I wrote the music and I wrote the lyrics, and that it took a little bit of cleverness, understanding music knowledge, chords. I'm using major seventh chords. I'm using all kinds of different resolutions. Understand when I wrote that song, I understand some basics of music. I know a lot more now, but when I wrote it, I understood some things about it, and so it's not not the best song. The stuff that I'm like wrote the music for and write the lyrics for, both, it's kind of in the middle. It's pretty good, but it's not like totally awesome. I want to write like really good lyrics. You know what I mean? Not just some filler lyrics. So so I'm just learning how to write lyrics. I'm just getting into it, just like a exercising or practice. You practice writing lyrics. You write some lyrics. So that's kind of in a nutshell what I'm doing. And I guess that's all I wanted to say is that I just want to say that the summary of what I'm trying to, the takeaway is, A, not all people that use Suno AI are trying to rip off musicians. We are indirectly ripping them off. We are using that, but also that's kind of like been done for many years of using other people's input. So Suno is like a tool that can polish a song that would normally just be a really rough demo. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just a really good demo machine. Like you want to make a demo that sounds like the end product, that's way to go. And it's impressive. And you want to impress people. You want to go, hey, listen to my song. This is a demo that I wrote. And they used to have bands. My grandpa wrote a song called and they had a band record his song. He didn't sing on it. He showed me the tape, and I was like, "Oh, that was really cool. You can hire musicians to make a demo." He said, "It's a demo of my song, so that other artists can hear it and go, oh, I want that song on my album, or I want to make a hit single out of that." So it's an old it's an old way of doing things. It's nothing new. The only difference is that it's just taking these uh, copyrighted recordings and regurgitating into a new thing. And that's why I wouldn't want to try to just pretend like, oh, this is me, I'm the artist, or make some fake artist up, like. And I'm very open about it. If you listen to my lyrics, some of my lyrics are about making music, and I say one of the songs is I can't wait to make it fake. I'm honest, I'm open. I'm not trying to steal. I'm not trying to do something under the radar. I'm not. I'm just trying, and I'm doing it. And also, I'm not 100% AI enthusiast. I'm an AI cautionist slash visionary. So I'm visionary, like let's use AI since it's already there, let's use it to enrich our lives. But the other thing, it could be the end of humanity as we know it. And it's also addictive. I could say I was a little bit worried that I was addicted to it. But then I thought, wait a second. Now, if I had a band that could play anything I wanted to sing and they were really good musicians, I would be wanting to jam with those guys all the time. So I mean, like to me, it's just like having a good band that's going to play my music. It's not that. I mean, it is kind of taking away from fellow musicians that are closed-minded that aren't into this. Because why would I want to stick with people and try to jam with people that aren't interested in these great songs? If I write a bunch of great, like I put a whole album full of great music out, then I've got all this stuff, where you can listen to it and everything else. And these guys are playing this music, and it's okay, but it's not like really what I'm looking for, like hit material. It's not that I want to write hits. I just think it's a waste of time to make music nobody listens to. Okay, that's. I mean, I do it. Some of it I do it for my own enjoyment. It's kind of like listening to a record, but you're involved in it. And I like the idea of interacting with music anyway, being part of the music by interacting with it. So I've got several ideas on that. So I just like it's not like don't think of people that do AI music as people that are just trying to put over something on you or trying to rip off other musicians. Not all AI artists are interested in that. All they're doing is just having fun making music. They might be like me. They might be people that are musical visionaries or people that write or compose. They're real composers. They're real musicians even. They actually can play instruments. I can actually play keyboards. I can actually play bass. I play bass in bands. I've got a band. I've got a couple bands. I get gigs. It's not like I don't know anything about music, and here I'm pushing. I'm not a prompt monkey like I wrote this song I wrote called Prompt Monkey. So I think that concludes it. I always make these videos too long. I don't like to edit them. I like to do them live. So have a good one.